Most people think mental strength means being tough, loud, or fearless. But the truth is, it is much quieter than that. It is in the small choices you make every single day, when things get hard, when emotions take over, when no one is watching. In this video, you will discover 11 powerful signs of mental strength that most people completely overlook. Strength of spirit is not an innate gift or a grand description of someone's character. It is a daily choice. How we respond, how we think, how we act in difficult circumstances. A strong-willed person is not necessarily loud, tough, or fearless. They are defined by inner resilience, the ability to persist where others fail. These are the principles on which such strength is built. The first, they take responsibility for their life. It does not shift blame onto circumstances, the past, parents, partners, or bad timing. Even if the situation is objectively difficult or unfair, they do not get stuck in a victim mentality. Instead of endless complaints, they ask themselves the most important question: what can I do right now with what I have? For them, responsibility is not self-punishment or constant guilt. It is the understanding that their decisions shape the trajectory of their life. They acknowledge mistakes, draw conclusions, and adjust their course instead of making excuses. This approach gives them inner strength. They feel in control of their reality, rather than drifting along others' expectations. The second, they know how to control their emotions. This does not mean suppressing feelings or pretending nothing is happening. They experience emotions, but do not allow them to dictate their behavior. Anger, fear, jealousy, or resentment do not make decisions for them. When tension arises, they pause. They give themselves time to calm down, reflect, and look at the bigger picture. This pause is what separates an impulsive reaction from a mature one. As a result, they are less likely to damage relationships with harsh words or take actions they later regret. Emotional control becomes a tool, not an inner prison. The third, they are not afraid of being alone. A strong-willed person does not cling to a relationship out of fear of solitude. They do not accept humiliation or constant discomfort for the illusion of stability. For them, solitude is not a catastrophe, but a space for recovery and growth. They know how to be alone, to hear their own thoughts and desires. This gives them inner independence. So when they enter a relationship, it is a conscious choice, not an attempt to fill a void. They choose to be there out of love, not fear. 4. They know how to say no, without long justifications, nervous laughter, or guilt. They understand that every yes to others is often a no to themselves. That is why they carefully manage their resources, time, energy, and emotional capacity. When they refuse, they do not aim to hurt or prove superiority. They simply respect their own boundaries and the right to control their life. This skill protects them from burnout, manipulation, and chronic exhaustion. Paradoxically, those who know how to say no are often the most respected. 5. They accept change. Life is unstable, and the attempt to maintain full control often leads to even greater stress. A strong-willed person understands that change is inevitable. They do not spend months resisting what has already happened. When one door closes, they look for another opportunity, even if it feels frightening at first. They know how to adapt, revise their plans, and start over. Flexibility becomes their advantage. Instead of collapsing under pressure, they recover and move forward while preserving their inner core. 6. They do not live in the past. They view mistakes and failures as lessons, not anchors pulling them backward. They do not get stuck in old conversations, complaints, or regrets, nor do they endlessly replay what-if scenarios. Every experience becomes material for growth. Lessons are learned, and they move forward boldly, not allowing the past to dictate the present. They know how to let go and focus on what can actually be changed here and now. This helps them maintain clarity of thought and inner freedom. 7. They work on discipline. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline remains the foundation of steady growth. A strong person builds their character through small, daily actions and with their habits, project work, or taking care of their health. They understand that consistency, not bursts of inspiration, creates real results and inner stability. Even in moments of fatigue or doubt, they keep moving forward. Over time, this steady effort leads to significant achievements and confidence. 8. Key. They choose their environment consciously. Toxicity, constant complaining, and negativity gradually destroy inner balance. A strong-willed person carefully selects their circle of friends, colleagues, and partners, people who support and inspire rather than drain them. They are not afraid to distance themselves from destructive influences, understanding that their environment directly affects their quality of life and emotional stability. They value people who motivate them and help them bring out their best. Interaction with such people strengthens their inner power and confidence. 9. They do not compare themselves to others. Comparison drains energy and creates unnecessary feelings of inadequacy. Their benchmarks are their own progress, personal achievements, and inner standards. They measure success by their own criteria, celebrate small victories, and move at their own pace, without letting others' achievements trigger envy or self-doubt. This approach helps maintain emotional balance and a sense of life satisfaction. They focus on their own goals and values without conforming to others' expectations. This gives them the freedom to think and act independently. 10. They know how to ask for help. Strength does not come from isolation, but from the ability to acknowledge one's limitations. They do not hesitate to seek support when needed, understanding that delegation and collaboration accelerate growth and reduce the risk of burnout. For them, asking for help is a sign of maturity, not weakness. They understand that true strength lies in the ability to join forces with others. This allows them to achieve their goals faster and with less energy loss. They see support not as dependence, but as a tool for realizing their plans and preserving their inner resources. 11. They maintain dignity in difficult moments. Even when faced with defeat or criticism, that they do not demean themselves or insult others. Their strength shows in calmness, composure, and inner power. They face life's challenges with grace, using each trial as an opportunity to strengthen their character and maintain clarity of mind. Such a person knows how to learn from difficult situations without losing respect for themselves or others. Their example inspires those around them and creates an atmosphere of trust and respect. They maintain inner resilience, allowing them to move forward confidently despite any obstacles. A strong-willed person is not someone who never falls. They are someone who rises every time, preserving self-respect. And this strength is not forged in moments of triumph, but in the quiet decisions they make every day.